morning, everybody. Thank you very much for stopping by here this morning. This is an important announcement that we're going to make to the neighbors and the residents of this community of the Elm Street, Liberty Street. The nightmare on Elm Street has ended, okay? The nightmare on Elm Street has ended, folks. And what we're doing here today is a first step in a coordinated effort of all these town departments to let people know that we are taking initiative and action on people who do not pay their taxes, that are in tax title foreclosure, and that are not maintaining their properties. This is a coordinated effort beyond all town departments. This is an important initiative for neighbors who do maintain their properties, and some of the neighbors are here today. And we received several calls on this property spanning multiple years, going back Board of Health violations, code violations, tax issues. You name it, we received calls on this property. This property did not pay their taxes for over 10 years. Over 10 years. That's unprecedented. No more in this town. No more. We're a very forgiving town. We're a town that's committed to working with its residents. And if you fall on a hardship or you have a need for help, we're here to help you within reason. Within reason. You come talk to Dawn and Carrie, our collector treasurer. Within reason, we're here to help. But the blatant disregard for paying taxes for over 10 years and not maintaining your property, it's come to an end today in this town. We are going to have a coordinated effort, Board of Health, Highway Department, Sewer Department, police, fire, building inspectors, finance. We're all having a coordinated effort to address problem properties, tax title properties in this town. This is one of the first times in a long time that this has been a coordinated effort between multiple departments. And we're going to continue that effort, and we're going to go property by property. It's going to take a long time. It's going to take it's going to be challenging. It's not going to happen overnight. But we are going to make a commitment to the residents and the taxpayers of this town that we're serious about this, and we're going to do that. Now, as we progress in this process, and as we were trying to handle these processes, the state law had changed. And the state law changed November 1st of 2024. So I'm proud to say that this is probably one of the first, if not the first, in this area, maybe in this whole Commonwealth, that is going to be through this new process. And what do I mean by this new process? There's not going to be an auction. There's going to be a listing by a licensed real estate agent or broker. That listing is going to be happening within the next 2 weeks. The town is in the process of soliciting a real estate licensed professional or broker to list this property, market this property, and hopefully recover everything that the town has put into this property and its back taxes. So it's a long process. We're going to try to do this as expeditiously as possible to get this back on the tax rolls for the residents, but also to improve the quality of life for the neighbors here on Elm, in Liberty, and in this general area. Nobody should have to live next to this. Nobody should. This is absolutely ridiculous. I know the Tripps are here, and Mrs. Tripp, thank you, and I know she's been very vocal in contacting my office and several departments about this property. Years. She's been talking about this property since I've been here and prior to me coming here. And I'm sure she can offer a few words about that at the appropriate time. But I do want to thank and commend all the town departments that are here today. Jeremy and his team, Ralph, Board of Health, Treasurer, Collector, Police, Fire, all with a coordinated effort to get this done. We had to arrange for a professional moving company, the locksmiths, a towing company. There was a junk car here. All of this is a coordinated effort. The Constable Ken, Rabbi Ken, thank you, and everything that we do to try to get this property back on track. So without that, I'd like to offer it up to the departments because this was all a team effort, a team approach to get this back on track. We have other properties that are going to be coming. I have instructed the treasurer to do whatever it takes to get tax title properties either auctioned off or listed with a real estate agent. What I mean by that is that if the foreclosure happened prior to November 1st of 2024, we can still have auctions. The law changed November 1st of 2024. This final foreclosure went in after the law changed, so we have to go under the new law, the new legislation to dispose of the property. So we're putting a lot of town resources behind it, but we're going to clean it up, and it's in the benefit of the neighborhood and the town, and hopefully get it back on the tax rolls as soon as possible. And the timing right now, as most of us should know, it's a seller's market. And it's a great injustice if the town sits on these properties any longer when it's a seller's market. We have to recover these funds and we have to be made whole, and that is what we're going to continue to do. So I offer it up to department heads. I don't know, Jeremy, if you wanted to say a few words, or Ralph, or Dawn, or Carrie, or Adam, or the Board of Health, or Chief. Okay. Mrs. Tripp, Mrs. Tripp, could you come up here for a minute, please?
I want to say thank everyone for coming here. I used to keep this property up for him, and then he had this woman move in, and that was it. It just turned into a nightmare. But before that, I mean, the place looked nice, but he still wasn't paying his taxes, and we never knew that. I mean, it's just, you got to pay your taxes for this town. I mean, it's just, it's not fair to all of us that, you know, we keep our property up and just want, you know, that's what you need to do. If you're going to have a house, if you can't afford it, go down. I mean, I know he went down and tried to, like, set up a thing. He said he was, but he never did. I mean, we have a beautiful town. We do need money. We want our new police station, but we can't do it if we keep having properties like this. I mean, that just hurts all of us. You know?
I just have one question. What does it cost the town to renovate this so that people will buy it?
So we are going to clean it up as best we can, okay? Maybe take some of the brush down. Highway's going to be by here to cut it back. Maybe take the pool water out of the back, secure the back. We're securing the locks. But in terms of renovating it, we are not renovating it.
That's what I wondered, like
Yep.
the piping and electricity.
Yep, it's going to be sold as is.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, you know, again, all the departments together here, it's a good thing, showing the commitment that we have to our community. And, you know, we really want to give back and show everybody that we can help clean up our neighborhoods and our streets and make a better community to live in. So, yeah, the highway department, we're going to come in, we're going to clean the property up on the outside, at least make it look somewhat presentable. And hopefully we can turn some money over on this property and catch up on all the back taxes and the cost that is to the town. Plus, again, bringing the community to a much nicer, better place, not having to look at this very disgusting property. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeremy.
I just want to say this is the last resort. The town doesn't want to take people's houses away from them. If the property is in tax title, Don is more than happy to sit down and make a payment plan. You don't have to pay everything all at once. You can catch up. We don't want to take you to land court if you're making payments. But if you just wash your hands of your responsibility to your neighbors and to the town, to the tax, you know, the other taxpayers who are paying their taxes, then, you know, you leave us with no options. You know, we really have to move you out and move on. But this is a last resort. We don't want to take people's houses from them if we don't have to.
Anybody else?
Do you have a number of properties that possibly will be taken over by a town like this?
Yep. So we do have a list, a tax title list that we go through. I have a recent copy of them right here, and we are going to be reviewing them and see where they go in the process in terms of whether or not we have title on them now. If we do have title on them prior to November 1st of 2024, those will be auctioned off. And then after November 1st of 2024, they will be listed with a real estate licensed professional or broker.
Is there a time frame for the town to take it over, or?
Yeah. Oh,
this is
believe
once a
me.
year
I
and,
mean, this has
let
been
it fly the rest
this
of
has been 10 years. 10 years that this individual had, which is far too long. You know, as the collector had stated, this is the last resort. We don't want to do this. I mentioned before, if you're suffering from a hardship, we'll work with you within reason. You got to make a payment plan. You got to make payments. We all have to do that, and we all have hardships in our life. So we're here to work with you. But you know, this was a blatant disregard of not even communicating with us and not even responding to us. So unfortunately, it has come down to this, and we're going to take swift action on people that do this. And by the way, the out-of-town landlords that come in here and buy up properties and tries to use these for cheap housing, your days are done and numbered.
How about the banks? How, are they demanding any money in return for these?
As far as I know, that there was no mortgage on this property.
He bought it for cash.
Okay, but if there are homes that are on them,
That's a little bit difficult, a little bit more challenging.
Usually if a home has a mortgage on it, the bank will see to it that the taxes are paid, because the bank's collateral is the house itself. They don't want the property going to tax title. So
So what
usually,
you're saying is not for the show. This thing here is not for the show only. I want coming from your list when you gather your list. What I'm trying to figure out is not gonna be once a year now, we're gonna wait another 5 years
No.
before we do another one.
No.
Is that list gonna be continued?
We're going to continually go through the list, and we're going to be very vigorous in that. I've been working with the treasurer on getting a tax title auction for properties that were deemed deeded to the town prior to November 1st. So I think you're going to see some announcements from her office soon.
there are a lot of steps in the process. You know, it goes from not paying taxes to the town has a lien on the property. The lien has to sit for, I think, a year before we even go to land court with it. And it can take a long time in land court for the town to get, they say foreclose the owner's rights of redemption, I think is what they call it.
I can tell you that for the banks, for the consumer debt, I've done I'm not the legal consultant here,
Yeah.
but the banks, their mortgage get wiped out once it goes to taxes. They're no longer in the picture anymore.
Okay. Any other questions or comments?
Good job, thank you very much, and thank you for.
Thank you very
explaining
much.
the
Thank
town
you.
beautiful.
Thank you. We're trying.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
To the taxes.
Paula, did you have any questions?
I was gonna ask how many properties and how many complaints about this specific property in the past year and then previous year?
Oh, numerous.
We've been out here like 5 or 6 times over the course of the period of the complaints.
There were probably 3 or 4 or 5 dog hearings, I think.
I mean, the other issue that you want to be concerned with too is some of these properties have swimming pools attached to them, and they present another hazard that has to be addressed. Okay, in-ground pools above-ground pools all have to meet state code regulations, and the Board of Health can come in and cite you on that. And when we see a pool that's not upkept, we will file a complaint and give you a certain amount of time to fix it, and then review it and come back again. If it doesn't meet code, then we start the citation process. And, you know, it just snowballs all the way down till we get to a court level. Okay, so there are issues that are out there that it's not just the house, because the Board of Health will come in on a housing complaint and then notify all the other departments. So most of the time, a complaint with a property does initiate with the Board of Health, and then we'll just farm it out to the appropriate department below us and work with the system. Okay?
The problem is a lot of the penalty is fines, right? You impose fines, and if people aren't paying their taxes, if they're not paying their bills, they're not paying their fines, they don't care if they accumulate fines, you know? They just say, so what, whatever.
Just for the record, this particular property has a total of over $54,000 that is owed in taxes, in interest, and fees so far, and it's still accumulating. Obviously, all of this stuff costs money, and it will be charged against the house. So it's a pretty hefty bill as of right now, and it's going to continue to grow, unfortunately. So we hope to recover that and some in today's market. Any other questions? Thank you, everybody, for coming today.